Hello, Freeman here. I don't like to use this platform as a political stage. I don't like to make statements or judgments of any system or any group of people based on what is largely generalized information. But I do think that it's time for something to be said about capitalism and what's going on in our world today. Here's an interesting little factoid for you. We are not in a culture war. We are not in a race war. We are not in a gender war or a sexuality war or anything like that. That is what we're being told. The reality is that the entire world, not just America, is in a capitalist war. We are in a war where the sides are the capitalists on the one hand, that generally represent less than 1% of the population. And in most cases, there's only dozens, if not perhaps hundreds of people, not thousands, not tens of thousands, not hundreds or millions of people, dozens of people that hold the majority of the wealth in the world. On the other hand, there's the working class, you and me, anyone who doesn't have $1 billion in their bank account. Millionaires are just as bad as billionaires, but I think for the case of this video, let's point it to the top 1% that is causing the majority of the problems, despite being the minority of people. Now, I'd like to make something very clear, too. This isn't a new war, either. This is a very old one. Essentially, as long as human capital has existed, as long as there's been a working class, and then those that make money from the working class, this war has been happening. They will use anything, and I mean anything, to dissuade you from fighting them. They will say that they are helping. They will say that, oh, money is great. Materialism is wonderful. Physicalism is wonderful. I would argue the opposite. If you want to protest what is happening in the world today, meditate, unbroken, for hours if you can. I think that as a culture and as a world, we are approaching a changing tide. We are already seeing the effects of this, not only in America, but all over the world. That people are rising up to confront authoritarianism as well as capitalism as a whole. And if I'm fortunate enough to reach any of those capitalists that essentially would do anything to wrestle this power away from the people, I hope you look in the mirror, and I hope that you know what you're doing is anti-human and anti-progress. Best of luck to the rest.